whoa. Easy there, Scamper.
I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill you too.
God, don't look.
Give me all your shit. Hey guys. So this is a bit of a strange one. I streamed a Fallout 4 playthrough while really drunk. For Christmas. So, Merry Christmas and welcome back to Challenge Chronicles. Today's episode, Fallout 4, while really drunk. I don't have to do much explaining here. The challenge was just to get through the game. But I'm gonna put this disclaimer here. Obviously, I don't encourage reckless drinking or anything like that. Actually, I got a little too drunk for this one. But, you know, I still had fun from the parts I remember. So let's see what I did. I started off the game good and proper by, you know, skipping the intro cutscene, and then went straight to making my character. I, for some reason, made myself look like the Chad Wojak meme and gave myself a handlebar mustache. I mean, that's pretty funny. Not sure why, but I don't know, it's pretty funny, I guess. I then just kind of wandered around until the Vault Tech man came to my door, and then I had to do my specials. Didn't really do anything special for the special stats, if you catch my drift. But yeah, no, I balanced out all the points, and I called myself Santa's little helper for some reason. Whatever, this is a Christmas special, gotta be Christmassy. I then went to the worm in the crib, spun his mobile, told Nora to fuck off, and then, in the lounge room, people started dropping bombs on people. What the hell? What's going on? I did not say goodbye to Codsworth because I hate him, and then when I was running to the vault, I tried something different. I actually tried helping this man put away his stuff, but, you know, obviously you can't do that because this game sucks. And then I tried to run away. Legit. It looks like I just kind of tried to run away, and then if you go outside the boundaries of Sanctuary, then the bomb just drops and you die, and you have to reload the most recent save. That is so funny. I didn't know you could die in this sequence. Well, there you go. Anywho, I got to the vault finally, and then tried and failed 3 times in a row to do a sweet 360 no-scope onto the platform, and then I was sent down into the vault. I then tried once again to lead the Vault Doctor to the cryopod instead of the other way around. That never works because this game sucks, like I said. I eventually conceded and got inside the cryopod, and then I was frozen like a popsicle. Then something happened while I was in there. I couldn't really see what. There was a beam of light coming out of that frickin' pod for some reason. Must be one of the mods I downloaded. Anyway, then once out of the pod, I was finally able to go through Vault 111 by just attacking things the good old-fashioned way with my fists and the security baton and the 10mm pistols, the whole 9 yards. I didn't have to restrict myself to anything. God, finally. The day has finally come. This really is a Christmas present. I then, for some reason, tried to open the vault door without the Pip-Boy, but then I corrected my mistake, picked up the Pip-Boy, and I was able to exit Vault 111. Straight out of the vault, I was wasting no one's time and went straight past Sanctuary, straight past Concord, and headed directly for Diamond City. This is going to be a speedrun. I then went on a small bit of a killing spree, as I'm sure you saw in the intro. I completely obliterated this poor little traitor here for some reason. And I even went up to the gangsters threatening Trudy, and I murdered them as well. And then I went up to Trudy and her son and murdered them as well and took all their stuff. I can't tell you what I was thinking. I don't know. I've got nothing. I then continued heading for Diamond City, almost got my ankles blown off by a mine on the ground. And then I guess I tried to take on some raiders? I don't know, I died and then I moved on. I then got to Diamond City and did not enter Diamond City, went straight past it, and I guess I'm trying to find Park Street Station. Man, I'm doing a full speed run here. I'm wasting no one's time. Or maybe because I just really didn't want to talk to Piper. That's also fair. I somehow managed to find Boston Commons, which is kind of impressive actually, and then I entered Park Street Station to kill all the gunners inside. I didn't have too much trouble with the triggermen inside because I'm playing on Super Crybaby Dummy Easy mode. I did die once when I didn't have a proper save, which sent me all the way back to the beginning of Park Street Station. That pissed me off. But apart from that, I didn't have too much trouble. It's at this point in the playthrough that I'm really struggling to remember what I actually did. I'm actually having to skim through the footage to remember what I did. So from this point on, my memory of things will be a little hazy. However, in this section in particular, I do remember actually running out of 10mm ammo and having to switch to a pipe revolver, which is like giving an expert marksman a spoon to go into a gunfight with. Regardless, I got past the triggerman in this section, and used my Pip-Boy to open the vault door, and went into Vault 114 to kill the triggerman inside. It looks like I was having some trouble here with some crippled limbs. I must have run out of stim packs at this point, because I didn't even go into Diamond City to stock up on any. I don't know what I was trying to do. I got to Dino, and I remember him being a little bitch as he always is. I'm pretty sure he only took like 4 shots to kill. Like I said, I'm playing on Super Crybaby Dummy Easy mode. I then talked to Valentine and got him out of his little cage thing, and sped through the other triggermen that came after us. I honestly don't really remember attacking the rest of the triggermen up until Skinny Malone, so it must not have been very much of a problem. I must have just steamrolled through them. And looking at the footage, yeah, it doesn't look like they were much of a threat to me. And before I knew it, I was face to face with Skinny Malone. Obviously, I just convinced him to stand down. I was not going to fight him in this state. And then we escaped Vault 114 and Park Street Station, and Valentine told me to meet him at Diamond City. I had to walk all the way back to Diamond City because I didn't discover it the first time round. Knew they would come back to bite me in the ass. I went straight to Arturo to get some ammo for some of the guns I've picked up, sold some of my junk, and then I went into the Valentine Detective Agency to talk about Sean. And, I can't tell you what I'm trying to do here. I keep pressing the same dialogue option and spamming through. I don't know if I realize that I'm pressing the same dialogue option. And, there we go. Okay, finally pressed another one. After a millennia or so of chatting through dialogue, Valentine finally led me towards Kellogg's house, and it looks like I went towards the mayor and save scummed until I got the dialogue option to actually get him to give me the key. I even tried to bribe him. I did not want to actually steal it from him. Anyway, then I got the key, ravaged Kellogg's house, got dog meat on the scent of Kellogg, and then I tried to stop a murder. I obviously failed. And then I went towards Arturo, sold a bunch of my junk because I'm now getting like over encumbered with crap, and then I took off for Fort Hagen. I do not remember making the journey to Fort Hagen, like at all, but like I clearly did. Look at the footage. Anyway, I clearly had some trouble trying to dismiss Dogmeat. I just couldn't dismiss him for some reason. Fucking game. Anyway, I went inside, and I don't remember having too much trouble with these synths. Actually, I don't remember doing this section at all. But, you know, it doesn't look like I had too much trouble with any... How am I dying in this section? I'm playing on very easy. How is this happening? How am I so bad when I'm drunk? Okay, well, maybe I did have some trouble with the synths inside. I then progressed forward and... where did I go? What? Where have I gone? Oh, I think that's me throwing up. Yep. Okay. I think that's me throwing up in the kitchen sink. Oh dear. Jesus fucking Christ. Now, I know it looks bad, but it wasn't that bad. I was fine. See, look, I came back and I was fine. Anyway, I came back and laid waste to the rest of the synths in the area. I then had a little bit of trouble with some of the turrets and some of the other synth leaders, but altogether it wasn't too bad because, you know, I'm still playing on very easy. I then... Oh, there I go again. Yeah, I think that's... Is that me throwing up again? I don't know. I can't remember. This looks really bad. Also, I don't know if Drunk Me knows this, but at some point during the stream, my mic disconnected. Like, I'm trying to turn on the audio from the footage to see if I can hear myself throwing up in the background, and I can't hear anything because the mic was disconnected. So I hope my stream viewers enjoyed complete and utter silence from me. No commentary whatsoever. I bet that was very entertaining. Well, then I came back and I pressed on to try and get to the Kellogg fight. You gotta admire my resilience in this section. I then finally got to the Kellogg fight, and it was business as usual. Except for this wacky grenade death. Whoa, look at that. I went flying. How about that? I then died again and again. Yeah, no, maybe it wasn't business as usual. I then finally beat Kellogg to death with an arsehair's length of health left. I then took all of his stuff, got the access logs from the computer, took an elevator ride, and then I saw the Brotherhood of Steel arrive in the Commonwealth. Oh, and that's where I ended things. Yeah, I guess I was a bit too drunk to continue. That's probably wise. Yeah, I mean, did you really think I was going to get through the entire game in one stream while I'm really, really drunk? No, it's not going to happen. I then ended stream, probably went and threw up again, went to bed, and that's it. That's a wrap. I did not beat Fallout 4 while really, really drunk. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of another video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. Alternatively, if you hated it, go ahead and hit that dislike button, and feel free to go down to the comments and tell me all the other ways I'm a total fuckhead. I had a lot of fun streaming this on my Twitch, so if you want to get in on that, the link is, as always, in the description below. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. It's totally free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you so much for tuning in to Challenge Chronicles, and I'm out of here.